back, and I did the three of them, as you can see. Between that and now, there was a problem with lightning, uh, removing a little bit of my carpet a little bit everywhere. So I decided to put this on top. It's not really visible when you're at the bottom, but I would prefer if it wasn't visible at all. But there's no other way because this is not going to have a roof on top of it. And also I did the emerald, not on camera. Right now it's the prismarine. I don't think I'm gonna keep it with the prismarine, but I like the look of it. It is pretty nice to see how it turned out with the prismarine shards. And also, yeah, you see I'm losing a little bit of carpet everywhere. I had an error in this one. I think I placed the block like here or something like that. So I changed it. And I thought I would be back here and do this part with you guys. That way you'll be able to see a little bit how it works. It's pretty much you need a glowstone, the block you need, and some slabs. I chose slabs for the sound when you walk on it because I tested a lot of sound, and like when you walk on stone it's pretty good, but at first I was trying to use dirt, but I don't like the sound it does. So I decided to change. I also tested wood, but the sound was a little bit too intense for me. So if you calculate 7, so there's always like the same shape like that. So like this one's always the same thing too. So like you go 7 2 and you're probably gonna end up in the corner. And you do the same thing going around. So 1 2 3 4 and 7. Then normally you'll have glowstone here. And another 7. So yeah, after doing all this I still can't remember the pattern perfectly. You know, I need to go here and like look at it like that. So I know like it's gonna come here and go up. So this one's gonna go 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, I didn't know how to count. 6. And then it's gonna go here by 3 or 4. 3 in like that. And that way you have a little bit of what you need. Actually this one comes in like this. And it's gonna go a little bit inside like that. So like the pattern is a little bit repetitive everywhere. It's the same thing on all 4 sides, but it gives a little effect that is pretty cool. I kind of like that. So you see like this one comes here, turns into the one that is at the top. That is this one here. So it's pretty easy. And what you do if you don't want to fall, you can put the gold already. This gold is from the gold farm. If you didn't see in the last episode, we built it. I've got a lot of gold now. And by a lot, I mean a lot. But yeah. So you always skip one. Like that. Okay, go 3 or 4. 4. This one comes here. And this one goes like this. This solid one. So this one comes over like that. So, and it's always the same thing. So this one passes under this one. So it's gonna come here like that. And this one gonna come over. So it's always it's not really a circle, but you remember when you were a kid you had like the little tracks with the cars that go on top and like it pretty much pass under a bridge and like you do 8th track pretty much, I think it was called. And it's pretty much what happens. Like this one comes here, goes around, and then comes back under. And it never really changed, but it gives a cool effect with the black and the white coming around. So that's why I went with this little pattern, and I pretty much like it. I like what I ended up doing. I did find an image of a guy who did something similar online. It wasn't the floor he did, it was just an idea that he had. But it wasn't like that. I had to go in the creative world and do it myself. Because I don't like to take the idea from someone else. Well, the idea is fine, but copying someone isn't. Like, you can get some ideas from people online, but don't go and steal their stuff. Like, if they do it, well, it's them. It's not yours. Like, and don't just go copy what they're doing. It isn't a good thing. So you see, this one comes over and goes here. So this, so I mean, this goes up to around there. And as you can see, it's going to connect there. So, like that. And goes around. And here is going to be the gold running through, because this one goes all the way at the end and turns and goes this way. So if we do the little pattern we have here, go like this. And there's always the little circle in the middle, which gives a little more, like more of an effect to it. And I pretty much like this. So one's gonna come here too. So this one goes like this, and pretty much a good little thing. But yeah, so as you can see, it's starting to go pretty well. It doesn't really show when you don't have the black and the white contrasting it. It's a little sad for that. Oh, I made a mistake. Here's gonna be stone, stone, gonna be all stone. Stone over there. So as you can see, glowstone sounds exactly the same thing for all the emerald, redstone, and all those blocks. So it's a good thing that like I can choose those, because it's not gonna sound like you're standing on dirt or something like that. Which isn't really something you want. But yeah, so if you didn't see in the last episode we did the donut, I actually found a fix for one of the problem I was having. I think this comes here. Doing this, trying to remember by heart. I'm not sure. But yeah, the fix is pretty much because in 1.9, I don't know why, but the pigments, like, they don't get on the cactus anymore. So because of that, you need another way of pretty much killing them. Second. Okay, no, I know what it is. So because of that, like, what happens is they get crushed at the bottom most of the time, and that makes it that the sorry, concentrating on this and talking about the farm at the same time. The items go flying everywhere. So what we did is we did a glass wall around it, and it pretty much stops the items from flying around, and they fall into hoppers that go in the storage system. So that way we actually don't lose any items. So that's pretty cool, and that's what I wanted. Well, we do lose like 0.2% item. It's not 100% efficient. I would love it to be, but sadly it isn't. I don't think it's actually possible to have it 100% efficient. Because there's too many things around. You would probably have to get the redstone out of out of the farm pretty much. So it's not like interfering with the hoppers at the bottom, which would be a little bit too complicated and a little bit too wide for my taste. So we're just gonna stick to what we have right now, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. Like I went AFK over there, and like in a couple of hours I had like well, all those blocks. So it's a pretty simple thing. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. This one turns. So yeah, it's a little bit thing. If you're asking what's gonna be in the middle, since everything finishes around, I'm actually gonna do a storage system. Probably in the next episode, since I really need a storage system. I'm tired of looking in chest after chest after chest. And I'm probably gonna go for Tango Tech's version. It's clearly one of the best, if you ask me. you know, not having to have a different filter for everything. Like, it does help. It doesn't matter if we lose the gold block. We go AFK for like a couple of minutes and we have it back. Like, Snow Crash is, like, seriously, I don't understand how he managed to figure out that farm, but congrats, dude. Like, there's some people out there that, like, have the mind to create farms like that, and it's pretty impressive what they can come up with. And we got as like a community actually give them credit for that, because we always use their design, but we don't really give them the credit they're due. It's like crazy the things they do. Like the number of hours they must have spent just figuring out how to get the item up, like how to get the XP up, how to get the pigments to follow, the pattern they're gonna follow, and everything like that. It's a pretty big thing to do, and a pretty big thing to understand how they're gonna change in their patterns, stuff like that. So I give credit where credit is due, and he deserves credits. He deserves like to have an amount of credit for that is just insane. Like, and it's not the only thing he did. If you go on his like channel, he has a lot of things that he did. Like, he's figuring out different ways of doing his farms, and that's a good thing to do. Like, it's something I would love to be able to do. I'm able to take a design and like change it a little bit and make it more my own. Wow, I love the lag when you place glowstone over here. Every time you place the block, it's lag. But yeah, I would love to be able to do something like that. But it's like I can't figure out some patterns and do my own things. But I cannot do everything he did. Like, it's way too much. Way too much for me. And I think this one is straight. Yeah, you get the line and it goes straight. So let's do the blocks. So yeah, it's something different, and you also see Izuma, who does the farms, like the sheep farm that I did. It's a pretty big thing. I know he based it on Pi's design, but still, it's something big. He took a design that somebody did and changed it to make it smaller. And that's what's cool about the community. They always come up with different ways of doing stuff. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah. I was gonna go the wrong way. This one goes up. But yeah, you always figure out some things. And there's actually something I figured out to do to kill monsters or to kill cows. And I'm probably gonna show it to you guys soon. It's something so simple that I don't understand why people didn't use it. It doesn't cost anything, almost nothing, and it does the same thing as a crusher. Well, it uses lava, but yeah, it's the same thing as a crusher. But yeah, so I don't understand why. I use like pretty much no materials, and it just works. So yeah. And alright. We're almost done with this layer. So, yeah. Look, I'm gonna finish this and I'll be back when the floor is done, just to show you a look around with fixing the holes and stuff like that. Just to show you what it's gonna look like. Just bear in mind that the floor over there is gonna be changed for emeralds, but it takes a long time to get the emeralds. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, this is what it looks like. I like it. I like it a lot. It's different from everything I've ever done, I think. I've never done a floor pattern that was that intense. It's pretty cool. I like it. In the corners there's gonna be stuff so we can do farms and things like that. But yeah, I'll work on that soon. But yeah, it is what I wanted it to be. Except this. Well, I actually like the fact that it's prismarine instead, but it doesn't work with the fact that the three others are big ores that you find over everywhere. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna replace it with emerald when I'll have a lot. Because this is like a lot. It's like 3, 7, 11. Like, it's a lot. It's around like 2 stacks and a half. Well, think about that. 3 stacks, so 2 stacks and 10. So yeah, 138. That's a lot. That's a lot of emeralds. I think I have 9. Yeah, I have a little bit to go. I still need to work on it. But yeah. So before we finish, I'm just gonna go and show you the fix that I did at the gold farm. It's a pretty small fix, but it works. Also, I'm sorry for the sound in the last part of the last episode. During the day, I had a problem with my microphone, so I had to change some settings because there was sound coming from the outside of the house, and because of that, when I started recording, the sound wasn't coming through the right way. So because of that, it was cutting every time. So I hope now it's better, because I just, talked for a couple of hours. No, I'm kidding, not a couple of hours. But yeah, I just hope it's better. If there's anything, just let me know in the comment and I'll work on it. If you don't hear me fine, if you want me to change something, like my voice because you don't like the sound of it, or something like that, I'm open to suggestion. I can probably try to get a guy to talk instead of me. And he's gonna probably speak better than me. Because, I don't like my own voice, but it's actually a study that people don't like their own voice, and I'll be honest with you, mine is pretty normal. It's a normal voice. It's not something that's gonna stick in your head, and probably don't want more. But yeah, right, so let's head there. So yeah, I'm still amazed every time I go up because of the sheer size of this platform. But yeah. Let's go up. We need to clear all those chests. So let's go up the ladder. Yeah, I keep hearing the sound of ghasts when I go up, but there's no ghasts around. It doesn't make any sense. Any sense at all. Yeah, look at that. This is just a beauty. So you can see a little bit what I did with the hoppers around. It's everywhere around the platform, and there's a glass cage going around. Also, oh, there's a little pigman here. So yeah, it's pretty much just that, and there's a glass around, just stopping the item from flying, and then they fall. Sometimes they end up on top of the platform over there, but there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not gonna put some hoppers on top here. It's like 1 items in like 1,000. So just so you can see, since you get around the same amount of rotten flesh as you get gold nuggets, this is the rotten flesh we got. As you can see, we're almost at 5 full chests. JT added this here. I think it's a good idea. He also talked about putting it up there, but I don't know if it would really be needed. So yeah, it's pretty much what I changed here. All this is the same, the mechanism the same. I didn't change the timing from the video or anything. But yeah, that's it. I love the fact that the slime don't stick to the hoppers. That way I can plug it. But yeah, that's it for today. And thank you for watching. And leave a like if you enjoyed the episode. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time, guys.